In the fifth module of Application Development and Maintenance, we are going to discuss the best practices for software development. The syllabus includes practical approach in software development and the basic tools. Moving to the first point, that is pragmatic programming. What do you mean by pragmatic programming? Pragmatics means dealing things in practical and realistic way. Let us discuss the 6 key points in pragmatic philosophy. They are: first one, the cat ate my source code. Second one, software entropy. Third one, stone soup and boiled frogs. Next one, good enough software. Next one, your knowledge portfolio, and finally, communicate. Moving to the first point, that is cat ate my source code. The keystone of pragmatic programming is take responsibility of your actions based on your career growth, your project, and your day-to-day work. So, what is take responsibility in the sense? It simply means you should take responsibility of all things you have done. And if you do any mistake, you have to admit your ignorance or error. That is, admit your mistakes. Then, regarding responsibility, you have a right not to take responsibility for an impossible situation. That means, if you feel you can do something, you can do some development, take it. And if you feel you can't do it, you have right not to take that responsibility. If you take a responsibility for an outcome, take care of it. And very important point is, when you make mistake, admit it and try to provide solutions or options. Don't blame someone or something else. It is important that instead of excuses, provide solutions or options. Next point in pragmatic philosophy is software entropy. What is entropy? Actually, entropy is a term in physics that refers to the amount of disorders in a system. Entropy simply means it's the amount of disorders in a system. When this disorders increases in the software, the programmer calls it as software rot. There are some factors that can contribute to software rot. They are: first one, psychology or culture at work on project. That is, during the project development, the entire project development has its own culture and psychology. Even though the project is led by bus people or at bus plan, it can still experience some way. That is all about psychology or culture at work on the project. And next point to be discussed is a broken window principle. That is, consider a building. Suppose one window is broken and it is left unpaired for a long period of time. This makes the inmates of a building a sense of negligence. So, if another window gets broken, people start mess up. So, in our scenario, that is, in our continuous development environment, broken window means bad designs, wrong decisions, or poor code. So, for a better outcome, don't live with broken windows. This means don't leave good designs, wrong decisions, or poor code unrepaired. If you found any bad design or poor code or any other errors, fix each one as soon as it is discovered. Then, moving to the next point in pragmatic philosophy, that is stone soup and boiled frog. Let me explain a simple story which demonstrate this scenario. The three soldiers returning home were hungry after the war. They expect a meal from their villages, but unfortunately the doors and windows closed. But here the soldiers on the situation by starting to prepare a soup. When the villagers notice this, they start to contribute what they have in their home, like vegetables like carrot, potatoes, etc. And finally, it results in a tasty soup. And in our development scenario, suppose you are a project lead. You may be in a situation that actually you know what is the actual requirement and how to do it. Then you can do one thing. You can gather your teammates or team members, sit with them and discuss about the requirement and ask them for ask their opinion. Thus, be a catalyst for change. And next key point to be discussed is good enough software. This is all about software quality. Means all software must meet their user requirements to be successful. Let us see how to improve quality of software. There are some points to be discussed. First point to be noted is involve your user in the trade-off. That means collect requirement from users and make sure that the software is acceptable to the user. The second point to improve the quality of software is know when to stop. This means don't spoil a good program by over elaboration and over refinement. This is once the software passes the user acceptance criteria and all the requirements meet, then stop working on it. It is better not to add additional layers or specifications. All in brief, we can say all the hard work is ruined if you don't know when to stop. Then, next point in pragmatic philosophy is your knowledge portfolio. An investment in knowledge always pays the interest. This means your knowledge and experience are your most important professional assets. And next, let us see how to manage a knowledge portfolio. For that, first point is serious investors invest regularly as a habit. Simply means we should add knowledge for our entire professional and personal growth. That is all about serious investors invest regularly as a habit. And second point, diversification is the key to long success. This means knowledge in different areas is must for long-term success. And third point, smart investors balance their portfolio between conservative and high risk, high reward investment. And I'm explaining this point with an example. For example, for a developer who learned Angular can be considered as a smart investor in current scenario or in current situation because Angular is a leading technology in current industry. So that is a third point. Smart investors balance their portfolio between conservative and high risk, high reward investment. Fourth one, investors try to buy low and sell high for maximum return. That means investors are more focused to get maximum output. And the last point, to manage a knowledge portfolio should be reviewed and rebalanced periodically. That it's an important point. That is, it is very essential or important to review and rebalance the portfolios. These are the 5 points to manage a knowledge portfolio. And next, moving to the goals. First one, learn at least one new language every year. Second one, read a technical book each quarter. Next, read non-technical books too. Take classes, participate in local user groups, experiment with different environment, which means always update with different technologies. And last one is critical thinking. This means you should critically analyze what you read and hear. That is all about the goals. And the last point in pragmatic philosophy is communicate. A developer communicates in many levels with end users that are trying to understand they communicate with end users and trying to understand their needs, and write codes which communicate our intention to the machine, and prepare documents for future generation of developers. Key points discussing in communication are: first one, know what you want to say. When you are faced with an important meeting or a phone call with a major client, note down the ideas you want to communicate and plan a couple of strategies for getting them across. And second one, know your audience. That is, form a strong mental picture of your audience. Regarding this point, you may give importance to some factors that are: what do you want them to learn, how much details do they want, whom do you want to own the information, and how can you motivate them to listen to you. These are all some factors that are that helps to know your audience. Then next point, that is, choose your moment. You need to work out what the user priorities are. Make what you are saying relevant in time as well as in content. That is all about choose your moment. The next point is choose a style. That is, adjust the style of your delivery to suit your audience. Then fifth point in communicate, that is, make it look good. Your ideas are important. They deserve a good looking vehicle to convey them to your audience. That simply means document your ideas and development stages. Check these documents perfectly. Then check it well. Check spelling manually and automatically, and make sure that the document is error free. And next point, involve your audience. If possible, involve your readers with early draft of your document. Get their feedback, and this is all about involve your audience. And next one is a very important thing, that be a listener. There is one technique that you must use if you want people to listen to you. Listen to them. And also encourage people to talk by asking questions. And next point, and the last point, is get back to people. If you ask someone a question, you feel they are impolite if they don't respond. This simply means, and in this topic here discussed, give reply to emails, voicemails, etc. And these are all about a pragmatic philosophy. Hope you all understand this. Thank you.